Do you ever wake up on a Saturday morning and think, what if I just absolutely sent parkrun? Today, going back to my roots, going to parkrun, just gonna whack out a hard 5k, no time goal in mind, just gonna run fast, bury myself a little bit on a Saturday morning. I'll take you with me on the hat and just have a bit of fun basically, because sometimes you gotta use your fitness not for these serious races, but just for going to parkrun and seeing what you can do. That's it. Let's see what happens. This could be a PB, this could not. It's a Mac X2 kind of day, a little bit quicker than the Mac X3, or at least feels a bit more kind of racy, but not quite important enough for the Vaporflies today. Now, just to show you what we're working with today, Koros thinks I can run a 17:14 5k. Strava thinks I can run 16:59. Pretty optimistically, Kaizen thinks I can run 16:47. So we'll see which one I get closest to, which one's the most accurate. I really hope it is under 17:14. My Parkrun PB is 17:10, so it'd be nice to beat that, but I don't know if I'll be able to dip under 17. I guess there's only one way to find out. You know when you're on the warm-up and you start talking yourself out of what you're about to do? Yeah, that's me right now. It's a lot colder and a bit windier than I was expecting. And to be fair, I don't really mind the cold. For 5k that's kind of alright, but it is a bit breezy. I'm going to Town Moor Parkrun to do this. Classic, many a 5k PB has been set around there for me. Not saying that's going to happen today. And apparently it's still a bit icy. We've had a massive cold snap in England, and there might be a bit of ice, so that could add a bit of interest, and there might be a diversion on the first corner. That is quite a significant bit of ice there. Oh dear. I think today will be a turn off the watch, don't look at it kind of day, because I think I'll just get in my head otherwise. Okay, done a couple of strides. Texture underfoot is not good, let's just say that. But, oh well, just a hard effort. Doesn't really matter what time, just gonna go out and whack some speed. I think I've seen some rather fast people here though, so not gonna go off right at the front, because I may live to regret it. We'll see though. The call is being made, officially no watch. Well, I'm gonna wear it, but not look at it.
Okay, ready in 3, 2, 1, go! Stop.
Okay, let's change things up a bit. This is the first time I've done this on the channel. You've probably seen it before if you're a fan of running content. I've connected my camera to my watch, put it on my hat, and sent a parkrun. So we've now got, as you can see, some lovely stats on screen, so you can see what I'm running, live pace, and here we go. Let's get straight into it. I'm gonna talk about what I was feeling during it. One of those kind of videos, basically. We've started off properly hot. That was 250 per K right at the start there. Now settling in to around a 3 minute per kilometer pace, which obviously is way too fast. I was aiming for about 320, 325, and we had this little bit where we had to go on the grass at the start. That was because of that patch of ice at the start. So this is basically like Liverpool cross country, which was the same day, so I felt like I was getting an authentic feeling for that. And you can already see two guys and a guy with a dog in front of us. This guy was absolutely sending it. It was incredible to see. This poor dog was getting dragged around. I kind of felt quite bad for it actually. And then we kind of settled down a little bit. You can see it's gone above 310 per K now, and all of these people come flooding past me. Now these people were actually from the LD crew, which is a group of runners that train at Morpeth. Very fast runners. They were doing this as part of a session, not even like a full send or anything like that. Nowhere near, in fact. You can see I recognise my friend Harry here from Gateshead. He's popped up in videos where I've had my camera on my hat before. And there we go, the dog has stopped. The dog has stopped for a poo, which I found very funny. And I never saw him again for the entire run. So serves you right for trying to get your dog to run that fast. Anyway, round this corner, that first kilometre was in 3:20, so a bit sharp, but kind of what I wanted to see. And now I'm kind of starting to be in no man's land. We turn that corner and go straight into the wind, which I can now feel. Town Moor is very exposed of a course, as you can just see from the footage. So now I'm having to work into the wind, and you can see that pace creeping up towards the 3:30s there. Still keeping it pretty consistent, but having having to work quite hard already, and on like the slippery ground, uneven ground. Mach X2, great shoe, has quite a high stack, has a hole in the bottom that stones can get stuck in. Loads of reasons why that surface isn't the best for fast running, but we come through 2k and I split 3:30 for that second k, so getting a bit slower but still on pace for a decent time. But you can see that pace is creeping up to well over 3:30, and there it goes into 3:40 now. This bit is super into the wind. It's kind of like you're going straight into it at this point, and it's slightly downhill, but you just don't really seem to feel that. But you know at the end, the corner that you turn is the 2.5k mark, so you're pretty close to halfway. But I was really slowing down. Working in no man's land is hard. This is the kind of first stage of the 5k that I think is the hardest, where you start to think, oh, I just can't be bothered, like, got so long to go, do I really need to do this? And you have to push through that. Halfway comes over 3:40 a k, and now we start the grind uphill. I know it doesn't really look like it on camera, and it's not the biggest uphill ever, but it is a bit of a slope, and trying to run fast is hard up that slope. Bit more into the wind as well. I mean, to be fair, you've kind of actually got rid of the wind, so I can't really use that as an excuse, but it is uphill. And you can see I'm trying to push up there because I'm going back down to kind of 3:30s, drifting a little bit, hit the 3k mark in a 3:40, so we've gone a very solid progression run in the opposite direction at this point. But now I know that once we get through this gate, you've got a lovely little downhill, and much like the uphill, it's not much of a downhill, it's just a very gentle slope, which makes you kind of turn your legs over a little bit better without feeling like you're losing control. So there you go, you can see the pace is coming back down under 3:30 there, which is very nice, heading to 3:29s, just a bit over 3:30, but that's all right. Completely on my own at this point, no one behind me, no one in front of me, just grinding it out. But I know that I've only got 1.5k to go. This is often the bit that I struggle with the most, convincing yourself just to push that extra bit with 3.5k in your legs. You've kind of done a lot of it, but you've still got a lot to go, and the pain is really setting in now. But you've just got to convince yourself to keep going, which is quite easy on this course because I said you've got that downhill, it's good motivation, and you know that once you finish this little avenue of trees, you've got the 1k marker right at the end of that, so you can kind of afford to send it. And the whole point for me doing this hard effort parkrun is trying to get me better at racing, essentially. This is a low pressure environment, it doesn't matter, I didn't taper into it on like heavy legs and everything, but I just wanted to get that mentality, almost like the cues in my head of just push, like keep pushing. We're coming up to that corner now, another gates to negotiate, which when running at close to 3:20 per k, that is really quite rough. Successfully get around there without slipping, hitting myself, anything like that. We're about to hit the 4k mark. I've kind of tried to align the stats pretty accurately. That was 4 kilometers, that was 3:28 for that last one, so we've picked up a little bit now. See what I can do in that last kilometer. Unfortunately, we've got the wind back again. Still no one around, no one to chase. It's really hard to get yourself to be motivated to work hard, but that's why if I think I can do it in this case, then I should be able to do it when it comes to actual race day. Back on that same line that was leading up to the 2.5k point, so really into the wind, hard to keep my pace under 3:30 at this point, but I know that I've almost got to the end now. Just one more corner to turn and I'm on the final stretch. Just get to this corner, pushing really pretty hard, working hard. But again, the thing about doing a hard park run especially is you don't really have that motivation for a sprint finish necessarily, just because you don't have that like willingness to push yourself 100%. And there we go, on to the final straight, and the pace picks up a little bit, not really that much, still just over 3:30 per kilometre, but that's all right. That's a 17:30 for reference. And the finish is in sight. This is a long old straight, you're into the wind, it's pretty rough underfoot. I swear since I've come to Newcastle, Town Moor's got more gravelly. Used to do sessions around there without any problem, and now it's pretty hard work, a bit of a cross-country challenge. Anyway, now it's finally coming down under 3:30. I actually started feeling a bit sick at this point. I was going to try and push a bit more, but I actually was feeling myself start to feel like I was going to be sick, so I decided not to push too hard. It wasn't really that worth it, but still getting that mental cue in of trying to work really hard. The finish line is in sight now, getting back down to the mid 3:20s, which is always nice to see. And basically, I've achieved what I wanted to do. Came here, ran a hard park run, happy days, crossed the line with a finish time of 17:27.
Nice. Cheers, thank you. Cheers, thank you very much. Okay, I've got my professional cameraman now. JHR has officially gone up in budget. So time on the watch there was 17:28, which I'm very happy with actually, given the conditions. It was a lot icier and kind of muddier than I expected actually. Very, very cold as well. Definitely should have worn gloves, but oh well. And to be honest, that was all just about getting that hard effort in, you know, like getting the experience of pushing hard, because that's not something I'm very good at the moment, and in the kind of low pressure environment of parkrun it's quite useful. It's not every week I turn up to parkrun in half sight. There's probably the parkrun prick this morning, but that's alright. There's a whole group of fast people there as well, that were way further ahead than me. So only came 8th, which 17:28 is a bit annoying, but there we go. Good depth. And now going back to have a lovely coffee made by Angus and Forbes, which if you're long-standing fans of the channel, you will recognise as some of the very early videos where, oh, I sped up the hill, Jesus. Some of the very early videos were with Angus and Forbes. Anyone remember that South Shields mile? That is that. So go home, have a lovely coffee, and then run to my home and try not to shit myself. Sounds like a good plan.
Hope you like that little coffee montage there. Not often I put that kind of thing in a video, but it's just good fun, vlogging a nice morning. Now, I've really achieved what I wanted to, I think, with this video, with what I did, and that is just go out and have a hard effort. When you're so attached to paces and you know what your PB is in events, I find it hard not to only race when I know that I'm going to get a PB, if you see what I mean. Whereas actually it's going to teach me a lot more if I just go out and get some hard efforts in, and parkrun is the perfect place to do that. It's completely free, so you're not wasting like 20 quid on a race entry. It's 9 AM, it's every Saturday. You don't have to like plan it miles in advance. I literally decided this the night before that I was going to do it, and it's something that I really want to do more of. Just hard efforts on parkrun courses that don't necessarily have to be flat, because it just teaches me a lot. For example, that run that I did in Saltburn in the summer, that video, I was really happy with that. It wasn't an ideal course at all, but it's just about working hard and teaching your body that kind of race mentality. It doesn't have to affect anyone else, and just good fun to get out there and try and run hard on these kind of courses. So it's definitely something I'm going to do more. I advise you to as well, because it is hard to push yourself fully in a session. A parkrun, it just has that little bit more. It's not a race, obviously, but it's just got that bit more of a mentality, event mentality. You're on a start line, someone else is telling you when to go, and you can just send it a little bit. And the advantage of me doing kind of 50-mile weeks is that my legs didn't really feel it too much. They were a bit sore the next day, but by the Monday, they were absolutely fine, essentially. So fantastic bit of training there, essentially. It's something I want to use a lot more. Having the hat cam was really fun as well to see all my stats. I hope you enjoyed this commentary style video, what it was like to run a hard park run. There are plenty more people doing this out on YouTube, but I thought I'd give it a go. So that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully this will help me hit some faster times in the future, and I'm sure I will see you for that one. See you then.